going to be conducting an exam on you, conducting an examination of your, let's say, cognitive functioning skills, your cognitive abilities, your memory, and pattern recognition. Okay, so all I need for you to do is to relax and follow my simple instructions. Got it? Okay, good. So let me first just jot down some preliminary information on you. You said your name was... Okay, right. Alright, good. That's really all I need from you. The rest should be pulled up automatically in the system. So we're just going to get right to it with the tests, okay? Alright, okay, first we're going to start with these flashcards. I have a little deck of flashcards. I'm going to show you a short series. You do your best to just take in what I'm showing you, alright? And I'll ask you some simple questions once we're done. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Can you please recall for me what 4 colors were you just shown? And did the yellow card come before or after the pink card? Great. And what object was used as an example for green? Okay. And were the shoes pink or purple? Okay. And how many cards were shown to you in total? Alright, very good. Just in case you wanted, for your own peace of mind, to know: yellow banana, pink shoes, green broccoli, oranges. Notice I didn't ask you any questions about the oranges. What if I just asked you how many oranges were on the orange card? That would be crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, moving on. Alright, I've got a different assortment of cards this time. You ready? Begin. And some questions about that. How many cards were shown to you? Okay. And what was the object used for the color purple? Right. And what color was the clock, the tick-tock clock? Alright. And did you or did you not see blueberries? Great. Okay. And what color were the balloons? Alright, very good, very well done, well done. And which of the cards that were shown to you had you already seen before? Can you name all of them? Alright, great. Your answer would have been broccoli and bananas. Broccoli and bananas, silver balloons. Next, begin. So how many cards were you shown that time? Alright. Okay. And what was the one new card that was introduced? Good. And can you recall, this is a tricky one, which card have you seen in both series, both of the previous series, that did not appear in this series of cards? The answer there was the bananas. Right. And did the silver balloons come before or after the red clock? Good. And what color was the watch? Alright, very good. Alright, and another time. 3, 2, 1, begin. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Okay, good. Sorry about that little fumble at the end. Recall for me, were there any new cards in that series, ones you've never seen before? Alright, which one was it? The white ball. Alright. And what was the very first card you were shown? Okay, good. The broccoli. Alright, and did this series include the pink shoes? And what object was used for the color silver? Alright, you are doing pretty good so far. Don't worry if there are some that you cannot recall. That is normal. This is not a test in the traditional sense of, you got 100% right. We are just taking an average of all participants and seeing where you fall, okay? Above or below average, above or below average, and I can tell you that so far you are performing above average. Alright, the next portion will be using lights, okay? The first light, this tiny little light shines blue, okay? I'm gonna show you, and then a little up close, it's a little brighter. Yeah, there's that. And then this little orb situation looks like this. Okay, the test will involve these blinking on and off. Not to worry if you are photosensitive, this won't be strobing, nothing of that sort. But I just want you to watch as I click both of these on and off, okay? Just observe closely. Ready? Begin. How many times did one light blink without the other? Okay, and which one was it? Okay, the answer would be that this one blinked one time more than this one. Okay, now let's do it again. Are you ready? Let's begin. Which one blinked more than the other? So this light or that light? Correct answer is that once again they blinked the same amount of times. Can you recall how many times did each one blink independently of the other? Okay. Very good. The correct answer should have been twice. Okay. So neither of them blinked more than the other. But can you recall in total how many blinks were there? And let me clarify what I mean by that. This counts as one blink, okay? And then this would be another, and this would be another. Do you understand what I mean? Can you recall, I'll give you a second to think about it, how many times there was on, off? The correct answer would be 6. I'm sorry if that one was a little tricky to understand, but if you got it, I'm thoroughly impressed. Alright, let me jot down your results. Okay, and just a couple observations here. Alright. Okay. The next bit, we'll be using colors again, but we're introducing another level. We're introducing letters into the mix, okay? I'm going to show you this little sheet of letters. I want you to pick a row meaning horizontal, side to side. Alright, and study that row for, let's say I'll give you 10 seconds for the first one, okay? Ready? Here you go, take a look, pick a row, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna have you answer some simple questions about your selection, okay? Does your row consist of exclusively letters, exclusively numbers and symbols, or a mix of both numbers and symbols and letters were on your row. Okay, now if your row had no letters, you can sit this one out, but which letters were featured in your row? Okay, and how many different letters were featured in your row? For example, if it had A's, B's, and C's, that features 3 letters. Okay. Okay. And did you happen to count how many characters from side to side were in the row? This answer should be the same for everyone unless I missed something. The answer to that one should be 13 for all of you. Alright. Now tell me, were any of the characters, let's call them numbers, symbols, or letters, in your row upside down? Upside down. Okay. And if your row featured numbers, what is the highest number that was in your row? Okay, and if your row featured symbols, which should be only one of them, this is going to be a pretty tricky question. Do you recall all of the symbols that were featured in that row? Okay, and can you list them out to me? Okay, so for my last row choosers, that should be a pound sign or hashtag, an ampersand, a question mark, and an exclamation point. Alrighty. And finally, what color was your row? What color was your row? Alright. Very good. Now, we're going to do another exercise with the letter sheet. It will be simpler than that previous one. You will only be asked one question. So I will give you another, let's say 15 seconds, okay? I've adjusted the microphone and I'm going to try my best to hold it in a way that does not obstruct it at all, okay? Your 15 seconds of observation begins now. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, you've had your time. I want you to tell me, if you can recall, what color were the G's? Okay, I know I said only one question, but I kind of tricked you. I meant more like only one type of question. So if you can't answer one of them, hopefully you'll be able to answer another. What color were the A's? Oh, the G's were pink. That was the answer. The G's were pink. What color were the A's? A's. Okay, the answer to that is red. The A's were red. What color were the L's? The L's. Can you recall what color the L's were? The answer is blue. Blue. Okay. There was a row that featured both R's and S's. Can you recall what color those were? Take off my glasses because the glare is strong today with my lighting setup. Okay. The R's and S's row was orange. It was orange. And finally, there was a row consisting of X's and Y's. X's and Y's. What color were those X's and Y's? The answer is red. Red. Okay. Actually, one more question. What color were the letters of the very top row? The answer is red. I actually kind of already gave you the answer to that one because I asked about A's. So if you were able to recall or just to connect those dots, very good job. Okay. Okie doke. Okie doke. Now, I'm bringing back this little light here. Here, let me put the mic back where it belongs. Okay, there we go. I know there's some of you that freak out when anything in my videos is asymmetrical. Guys, I'm only human. Like I said, I'm bringing back this light, the blinky light, but we're gonna be asking you to recall some things about the colors this time. Alright, I'm going to show you as I click through some of the different colors. Not like that. Like that. Go down like that. And of course, I'm going to ask you to recall some details about this series of colors, okay? Are you ready? I'll get it nice and up close for you. How about that? And begin. Alright, what 3 colors did I just show you? Very good. Okay, this next part, of course, I'm increasing the difficulty slightly. You're gonna have to pay pretty close attention to this one. This thing has sort of a party mode or a fade mode. It'll fade through the different colors. I want you to try and keep track of the colors that it cycles through. Are you ready? Don't worry, not blinky. Fade. And begin. What was the very first color you saw? Okay. Purple. And what was the last color you saw? Correct answer should be green. Green. Now, for our review portion. Ooh, this one will be interesting. I'd like to see how you guys do on this. Alright. What color were the balloons? Oh yeah, we're taking it back to the flashcards. What color were the balloons? Alrighty. What color were the shoes? Okay. What was the object for the color red? Great. Can you recall 2 cards that featured fruit? I never realized how torn that is. Okay. Your answers for these will be, for the balloons, they were silver. The shoes, they were pink. What was red? What was the red object? It was the clock. Okay. And what was the other question I asked you? Oh, 2 fruits. 2 fruits. You could have answered orange, banana. Did I ever get to the blueberries? I don't know if I got to the blueberries, but if I did, then blueberries. Okay. And what was the object for broccoli? Oh. I meant what was the object for green? Well, that question goes in the dumpster for now. Let's say, ooh, this is a tricky one. What was the final card that was added to the mix? In the last series, I added 1 new card. Can you recall what it was? The answer should be white ball. It was a golf ball. A golf ball. Okay, can you recall what color was the watch? Just another thing that goes tick tock, tick tock. Actually, I don't know if watches go tick tock. I'm sure some of them do. The watch was black. Black, okay. This little light here, what color of light did it give off? The answer is blue. Blue, 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 blue. And when we were doing the exercise of, you know, this and the orb light, where the heck did that go? When we were doing the exercise that went like this, what color was the orb set to? This was blue. What color was this at the time? The answer? Green. It was green. Okay, very good. Da da da. Let me write that down. Okay. Now I'd like you to recall for me, what color was the row that you chose for the letter sheet? I'm not going to show you because that's like giving you the answer. But what color was it? Ooh, I can show you the reverse. Okay. I would tell you what the answer is, but here, I'll just flip it. Check your work. Check your work. Alrighty. Okay, so this one, the tests themselves were pretty simple, but I feel like the questions were pretty tricky at times. Hopefully kept you locked in and engaged. I don't know, this video might be kind of a short one. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure yet, but I hope you enjoyed. Let me know how you did down below. That is, if you're still awake enough to be in the comments. I know some of you guys are just listening to this in the background while scrolling. Scroll. Hey, stop that. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what to do because I do the same thing. Some of us, we just like to scroll and listen to ASMR. It's just our quiet time. Shh. Alright. I love you guys. If you watched all the way to the end, well, you've spent like, what, let me guess, 20 minutes with me? You might as well click subscribe. It barely takes anything and it's 100% free and it helps support me, and maybe you'll see my face again in the future. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you later.